Hello everyone, that's boys and girls, that's men and women, that's creatures from outer space and all that junk. Welcome to another Crossfire cast. Let's get the shindig away because I'm quite excited to give you this this replay. Because it features a relic developer. And if you've ever wondered what a relic developer looks like in real life, well, I don't know either, to be honest, but this is how one plays. I'm going to be following Mr. Eagleheart, who is a relic developer, and the pressure is on him. You know, if he fails to win in the first 5 minutes, I'm going to sort of file complaints. I'm going to be writing to Sega. I'm not really, man, but I'm going to cut you no slack, Mr. Eagleheart. Playing alongside him is Mr. WhiteFlash. I'm not too sure if WhiteFlash is actually relic or as well or not. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure somebody will be able to correct me because I'm often incorrect. We do see a tier 1 start coming out for Mr. Eagleheart, so we'll be seeing some scout cars, I imagine, some flamers probably, possibly some snipers. Meanwhile, his PIC, his partner in crime, is going to go for the conscript start. And let's introduce our opponents then. We've got Red Bear, the only red bear in the world, and Mr. Jewdo, who is... I actually like that name, Jewdo. It's very clever. I like it. And offensive to Jews, possibly, but maybe not. Let's get back over to Eagleheart, though. He's the man I want to keep my eye on. Because if there's any sort of like cool... Oh, here we go. Like, I was about to say, if there's any sort of like cool different strategies that developers might know about that we don't, well, it looks like that might be the case because you can see coming out of the darkness anytime now. There you go. Penal battalions. We don't see these guys enough. And, you know, for those guys who don't really play with penal battalions, the satchel charge is so good! But if you can get it pulled off, you need to be right up next to the target, but it will sort of like just blow up everything in like a radius like this big. Yeah, it doesn't do any, it only takes half HP off on bunkers, but it's still bloody good. An interesting opening in terms of capping. Usually you see people go right for this fuel point because obviously the only 2 fuel points in this game are in this middle lane, so you kind of want to get a presence in there as soon as you can, but these guys aren't going for it. They've capped up here. Unfortunately, these points aren't quite connected just yet. Someone's going to need to cap up this point. I'd prefer to see the conscripts do it rather than penal battalions, because penal battalions need to get into the action soon because they are expensive and they will be worth it. I'm guessing we'll see the flamer upgrade on these guys, and then the scout car which is coming in, we'll be able to zip them around the map and get them into places where they can do some deadly damage. So they've secured up this point now. This top VP unfortunately is not being claimed by WhiteFlash because he's just sitting in green cover. You know, Boy Scouts always be prepared, right? But no, he needs to split those forces up and sort of start doing something with them. Either come back and collapse on this MG, which would be great if he did, because these conscripts will have hurt. These penal battalions, the scout car is coming, but unfortunately with this ridge, there's a huge flank to be able to just try and walk around. So these conscripts are eating way too much fire. There you go, out they go. As soon as you're pinned in that situation, you're not going to be doing anything. You know, there's no forces really there to help out, so it's just, you may as well just get them out straight away. Sniper out now as well then. The scout car is going to come and pick up his pals in the penal battalion pals. See what I did there? Unfortunately, he hasn't got enough munitions to get the flamer upgrade just yet, but as soon as he caps this point, what I would have done is kept them out. You can get the flamer upgrade, start building now. And then by the time you get to the places where you need to be, you will have had that flamer. Sniper is now very close to these grenadiers. He does manage to leg it out. He does lose a guy though, so that's 90 manpower if he so chooses to repair it up. Unfortunately, this, yeah, okay, I was about to say the scout car is taking a bit of damage from this MG42, but he does get the flank now, and you can see the guys in the back of the car are shooting away at the MG42. Not doing a huge amount of damage just yet. It would really be beneficial if you get the flamer on them, but look how close he is getting his MG42 so close to going down. Ooh, Tuffy. I would have possibly tried to stick that out just so you can recover the MG42 then. But I'm not a developer. I'm only a gamer. So he's popped out these penal battalions, going to try and chase down the grenadiers. Grenadiers do get a Faust off on this scout car, so the scout car needs to start limping away because it will go down to small arms fire, and the penal battalions need to make sure it can get out. These combat engineers are actually doing an alright job against these grenadiers down here. Sniper Myanmar is still back in base. We do have another sniper coming out, not another scout car. Interesting. He's planning on just using those snipers then just as a loose running around force. The fuels are in a bit of limbo. This fuel has been, okay, a bit of a late Molotov going. They probably had time to cancel that by running away, like moving, and saving himself a little bit of munitions. But, nay bother, it's not the end of the world. Penal battalions now, because they're out of the vehicle, are easily going to get suppressed and pinned. So this cap is going to be denied. There we are, pinned, so no longer capping that point. And this damaged scout car is going to try and get some infield rep here. Does Jewdo could have came in and finished off this scout car if he was diligent enough, but unfortunately not. No worries though. I mean, they are going to be controlling their own fuel again shortly. This fuel will be going back into the hands of its rightful owner. But an interesting 5 minutes, an interesting opening. You know, you don't see first unit built being penal battalions that often. Unfortunately, he could have kept this scout car over here and repaired it up, but now it's in a real trouble. It's going to go down small arms fire. I mean, he could just get the Faust off if he really wanted to just finish off, but he doesn't need to, because it's going to go down small arms fire eventually. But 2 snipers now. Okay, interesting point for you guys. The sniper still fires at 100% efficiency, even if it's just 1 member. The other guy doesn't really do a whole lot. And 90 manpower is a lot to reinforce it. Obviously, it gives you that peace of mind that you got double the amount of health. That you're not going to lose the sniper outright. However, you know, if you really are struggling for manpower, you can get away with not getting upgrades. So now, double snipers in this MG42. So in 2 volleys, this support weapon will go down. The scout car in flames, they always had the flamer from the, it could have possibly been a flamer or a Molotov. I missed it, I'm not too sure. I just wanted to see these snipers. Oh, unfortunately it wasn't. He wasn't actually focusing firing. If he focused fire, that MG42 would have gone down and not gotten out, which you really need to do. But the half track is out in the field now. Now these snipers need to move back, and they are getting flanked by plenty of grenadiers, and yet he just decides to leg it on out of there, as there isn't anything to back him up there to keep him in the game. Going straight for tier 2 now. Okay, it's tier 1 into tier 2. It's going to be able to give him the support weapons that he needs. However, it's a lengthy time to spend in tier 1. It's a lot of fuel. It's 100 fuel he's spent now to get these 2 buildings up. Is it 100 fuel? I mean, let me just double check. Excuse me, 90 fuel. Ugh. It's too early, man. 90 fuel to get those 2 buildings up, which means that he's not going to be able to get many vehicles out. And obviously, he got the scout car out as well, so he spent a lot of his fuel already, so we're not going to be seeing anything like T-70s. Probably just some late game S-85s. If we even get there, we will get there. Sniper's moving out as well now then. So, Grenadier spam, just shoving its way through all these Grenadiers, all these manpower. Easy enough, so it's going to wipe out these yep, out they go. I was going to say they can be wiping them out nicely enough if they wanted to. This Maxim is going to be extremely good. He's going to be able to lock down this area, and the sniper is going to be able to mop up the rest. Meanwhile, we do see, there was the flamers there on the penal battalions, unfortunately being caught by the MG42. We do have this flamer guy who would be able to come around and do some flanking. Snipers again just doing, I wish he was just focus firing. He'd be able to wipe squads if he was focus firing with both these snipers. But at the moment he's just doing smaller manpower drain rather than squad wipes. The battalions have been pinned, but here come the combat engineers to help out. The MG42 is now relocating. No, he's not even relocating, he's getting the hell out of there. Penal battalions will be able to cap at this point on happy days. These guys will be able to control this point as well. But in terms of map control, the Soviets are not in a good place. You know, it's about 2/3 to 1/3 of the map, really. I mean, it's it ain't cool, yo. But WhiteFlash, he's going straight for his tier 3. Excuse me, tier 4. I don't know the names properly yet. Double scout car played, triple scout cars. Now 3 scout cars coming out. Very short work of this infantry now with the unupgraded guys. And he's just paid for himself pretty much right there by taking out the 360 manpower squad plus the flamer. These guys are in a spot of bother now. They're not going to be doing any damage against these scout cars who are just picking away. So the snipers are still over here uncontested for right now, but they do just cause a retreat. He's probably expecting a rifle nade. But here come the scout cars. The scout cars were essentially just to deal with these snipers. And we do see Eagleheart's chosen his doctrine now. He's gone for the heavy mortar, excuse me. One of the scout cars goes down instantly to a pack shot. Pack shot moving up, trying to get a second shot off now. These guys are trying to retreat. Unfortunately, he goes down. These conscripts are way too low. These conscripts need to get out straight away as well, because Panzer Grenadiers will rock your world. Pack shot does get off a shot on there, but he's going to be able to slink out, and this pack is in danger of being overrun by these forces. A decent grenade coming in, but he managed to back on the way out of there. The conscripts diving on it to to protect the back gun. And he's going to be able to... it's a poor Molotov, unfortunately. That wasn't the best Molotov to throw. But, nevertheless, they're sort of still hanging on to their fuel, which is vitally important. And they are still capping up as well. Some good mine placements going down. This is going to prevent this cap being taken. I'd prefer to see the mines here. This is such a better choke point to get mines on. You're almost always guaranteed to hit there. Just as you're almost guaranteed to hit something over here as well. But, here comes the scout car to deny all that play. And another big force on the move. It has been clipped by this MG. MG did have a little bit of vision. This one guy might get his squad pinned. Double snipers are still picking away. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any squad wipes. I mean, the whole reason I'm getting 2 snipers is to get the squad wipes. Because against Austere, it takes 2 volleys. 2 volleys is 1 squad. But, yeah, you know, he's still picking away. He's still doing some damage. 8 kills and 8 kills. Nothing to sneer about, so it's still quite early. You still got them both up and running. VP over here has been decapped. Someone is messaging me on Skype. Ignore that. Guards out as well. So we got guards out instead of the mortar. I reckon he probably could have got the mortar out first because he had the pack gun already to deal with any of the intruding scout cars. 12 kills on this scout car. That's nuts. But unfortunately, he's staying a bit too long. He doesn't know if if WhiteFlash has 18 nades or not. It doesn't look like he does, though. Is he just going to keep on running towards it, trying to do small arms fire? And this scout car over here is going to start picking away the guards. The guards would be very easily be able to deal with all this force here, apart from these Grenadiers. Grenadiers, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Grenadiers need to be focused by the snipers, which they are. I mean, if he hangs about, he's going to get wiped. Is he hanging about too long? It looks like he is going to be hanging about too long. 1, 2, down you go. That's it. The old left-right combo. Meanwhile, on this side, though, this flank isn't looking too happy. WhiteFlash is going to have to get out here very soon. He's trying his best just to try and get the scout car down. 17 kills on the scout car. This guy's paid for himself over way many times now. Guards are going a little bit too far forward and finding this MG. If the sniper is paying attention, he would have been able to get it out. But he's just going for the pack gun first. Pack gun wasn't the key target there because it's going to be very easy to recruit that. Plus, there was no vehicles of his own that he was, you know, threatened by. I guess he was threatened by the barrage as well potentially, but there we go. Grenadiers coming down now to try and cut off this point here. There are 2 these common engineers with the flamer will be able to push these guys off. As long as there's no more support coming in. But they are veteran 2 already, with only 4 kills. It's a lot of damage in being able to dish out. He does find the MG, but he manages to set up his Maxim onto the MG. The MG is going to be suppressed and will shortly be pinned and firing like a blind man in a brothel. A blind man in a brothel, that's a good one. That one came off the top of my head. I have no idea why I said that, but you can see these mines are going down, like, so something's hit those mines, which is happy days. Flamers, oh dear, they get it right from there. He's going to have to get those out now, yeah. He did do a good amount of damage. But these 2 snipers have been doing pretty well. You know, he's been racking up some kills over here. You can see, like, this guy, now that he's pinned, he can't actually even see this Maxim, I don't think. But his firing is going to crap. WhiteFlash, easy Molotov here if he wants it, or he's just going to run on through. Ooh, he's just going to go straight on up. Even with no vision, you know, that guy's going to do a great amount of damage. Pack gun is trying to get up a clutch setting. He's going to get the shot off. He misses it, unfortunately. He's going to have to remove this right back now. Yeah, and these snipers are in danger. Snipers are going to have to get down. Veteran 2 on the scout car. Veteran 2 means it is going to start being a real pain to deal with. Comrade has fallen. I missed that. Another mine placement there, which is, you know, another good mine placement, but unfortunately someone just managed to walk right on around it. I am pleased seeing this amount of mines coming out because you do want to see that as a okay, what have we got coming in here? We've got some... Where's this coming from? He's going straight for Katyushas. This crazy man. But, you know, it's working. It's doing a great amount of infantry damage here. Oh, we got the squad wipe! Oh, infantry 2 Grenadiers are going down. Well played, Mr. Katyushas. Well played. It's still, I still sort of think it's a bit of an odd choice to go straight for the Katyushas. But there's nothing really countering on the field at the moment. You know, there's light vehicles out. The scout cars, you didn't really want to upgrade the scout cars because there's much more infantry and just the Katyushas out. It'd be a bit of a waste just to go... Well, it's not actually a waste if he upgrades it and manages to take down the Katyushas. But you can see he's playing very conservatively with it. He's getting right back in his base. So there's going to be no chance of him getting randomly popped. He does... This is annoying. Eagleheart actually has the field infirmary upgrade. but his guys are too busy healing up his friend rather than himself. Obviously, you can't control who gets healed. And now the map control is actually turning slightly into the favor of the Soviets. Only slightly. This munitions point is cut off, but not in the hands of the Soviet players, so they are struggling a little bit in terms of munitions, but they got a decent amount of fuel coming in. You can see this bank of fuel is 220 odd, which is huge for Eagleheart. Especially seeing as he went for his tier 1 and tier 2, but he hasn't been able to get the manpower he needs to get the tier 3 or tier 4 buildings. Katusha's going to come in right on here again. Another great Katusha's. 2 Panzer Grenadiers going down instantly. Another. Oh, God! It's incredibly lucky more than anything. But a Panzer Grenadier squad going down, plus the Veteran tier 2 Grenadier squad going down. This Katusha is having. Well, he should be getting promoted simply because he's doing a good job. Fantastic job. Let's get this Siscan out of here and let's get these engineers back, which he is doing. And when you get back, let's try and get the tier 3 or tier 4 building down, please, Mr. Eagleheart. Not that I want to tell you what to do. We do see you've got your upgraded, well, not your upgraded, sorry, your more super cool, awesome mortar out, which will do some deadly damage, especially against infantry, but it does do some surprising damage against vehicles as well. I mean, if you get a shot off. Oh God, okay, for all those people who say turn the fog of war on or off, sorry, that was a perfect time to have it. That was an excellent mortar strike. I don't know if he was barraging or he just got a lucky strike off in there. It is a barrage, I believe, because here comes another shot. Ooh, just clipping these grenadiers. But that was a that could have been amazing. I would have called map hacks against the developer though. Obviously he's got the tools on. P4 is currently uncounted on this flank though. He's going to be able to just wreck this MG and this flamer. Just needs to get everyone out of there. Don't even stay here. Yeah, he doesn't need to stay here. The sniper is going to be in a bit of trouble. He's going to be able to take out this Maxim though. This Maxim which was stolen originally. One shot. Next shot. Oh, he misses the shot. Get out of there with us. Yeah, the scout car is in. Way too close. He's not going to be able to get the shot off there. He missed the shot, so now just retreat. Either that or try and use the mines to your advantage. One sniper goes down. The other guy. Oh, unfortunately, his friend hasn't turned the pack gun. Let's get this fog of war back off. Oh, I'm sort of doubting myself now about this whole fog of war malarkey. Guard's going to be able to, if he had the, oh, do it now, do it now. If you can get a pin off here, you can get a marked vehicle down there as well. And this AT gun would have raped, but unfortunately, the Panzerwerfer out. So the Panzerwerfer does some terrible damage against this gun. This gun is very low, but still up and active. You can see he's just moved his vehicles out of the field of vision, so not really doing much for him at the moment. In response, we have an SU-85 coming out for WhiteFlash, which is going to be a terrific help. I'm assuming then we'll see the call-ins. We'll see the T-34 call-ins because again, no building has gone down for him. He's banked up quite a lot. So he's just waiting on the manpower. There's only 4 CPs to call these guys in which he already has. Katusha's coming in. It's doing some light damage. It's not going to be killing any vehicles outright, unless they're extremely low health, but they're not. Scout car is still around here being a nuisance, but I believe he'll be picked up by these guards. Guards should have no problem taking him out now. He's just running straight through him. There you go, one shot, next shot, there you go, down he goes. Getting his munitions back now as well, and now the field is cut in half. Ooh! What was that? What was that going down there then? I don't know, whatever it was, it kicked ass and just did a lot of damage. It might have been his own mortar. Ah, that's what it probably was. Let's have a look. Yeah, three friendlies killed. There was his own mortar firing there. That's the downside of having, of not having your do not fire button on. And here we go. Here's the call-in then. So the 2 T-34s are now out on the field, but they do walk into a bit of a Panzerwerfer. The AT gun goes down and will need to be recruited as soon as humanly possible. This Panzerwerfer though has been, sort of revealed. He is out here a little bit too long. He's expected these 2 T-34s to go for a little bit of a hunt, but they don't want to go too far in because they will find this AT gun. There you go. AT gun has been found. Get this guy out of here now because he'll get posted and he'll need more damage from the AT gun, which you don't want. The T-34s do a decent amount of damage against infantry, but I mean there's too much here for him to handle. The S-85 is not there to back him up either. If he had the S-85 here, it'd been handy, as well as if he had this gun still up, but that is the nature of the game. These 2 T-34s are very low. I don't know if there's going to be anything to prevent this. Ooh, abandoned. That's very lucky, but nope. Destroyed straight away there. And again, I feel the T-34 play, it could have been a lot better, but people sort of tend to throw the T-34s straight down the throat of the enemy. It's not the best way of doing it, you know. It's the best way of just keep them back, keep them getting bedded up. If you do have like a massive incursion against you, then do use your RAM, but don't use your RAM like in their base, because it's, I mentioned this in the last game, if you use a RAM in their base, you're gonna have a bad time, son. Shock Troops going up against the, yeah, MG is gonna have to get on out of there, so interesting to see Shock Troops up from WhiteFlash. Let's have a little look at WhiteFlash real quick, see what he's gone for. Okay, so he wants to get an ISU 152 out if he can. He's gonna be able to repair stuff up with his conscripts, but unfortunately, his troops are taking quite a bit of a beating. He's only got shock troops, conscripts, and an engineer, as well as his S-35. He's just recovered an MG though, so he's going to be able to at least increase his forces slightly. And Eagleheart has, he's still got these two snipers out. Two snipers, 14 kills and 12 kills, veteran 1 each, so they both can sprint away if needs be. This T-34 needs to keep moving on back. It's showing its rear armor. It's been damaged. P5 out. P5. I keep calling the P5 is actually a Panther, you know what I mean? But someone needs to mark this vehicle, and it has been called in there, so it's great teamwork, but unfortunately it's a little bit too late. S-35 is taking a bit too much damage. He is backed up into a corner now. You can see as soon as he's got the marked vehicle on, the damage increase is great, but nope, S-35 is down, and they desperately need to get another one out because it's struggling in terms of anti-tank right now. Yeah, because he has marked vehicle on and he will get out. The marked vehicle will kind of acting like a scouting plane. I mean, it doesn't give great vision, but it will just keep highlighting where the vehicle is. And if he gets it right back in his base, it will reveal where all his troops are as well. Let's have a little look over to Jewdo. Jewdo Sports, yo. Jewdo's got plenty of MGs and his 2 P4s. He's also got his upgunned Panzer Grenadiers, excuse me. And down goes that scout plane. The MG42 upgrades on the Panther, on the P4s, they all fire at aerial targets as well, so it's worth investing in those if possible. Unfortunately, the MG with Benji does go down. Panzer Grenadiers have come and they found the C-34. He just right on out of there. You can see he did quite a bit of quite a few kills straight off. Grenadiers going to stick about though. It's not a bad idea. But let's see what goes down there. And he's also gone for the Elephant Doctrine, so he's banked up quite a lot. I imagine we'll see that quite soon. He's still got his 2 P4s out, so he doesn't need any more P4s really right now. And if he gets the Elephant out, that's just going to shut down any S-35 plane that does come out. And then let's have a look at Red Bear. Mr. Red Bear has gone for, ooh, railway artillery. We don't see that very often. And this is something else we don't see at all, hold down. We never see hold down. I really want to start seeing that because you see a lot of people complaining, oh, P4s stuck against S-35s. We don't see anyone using a hold down. I mean, I've not personally used it. Does it work? Help me out here, guys. I reckon it could work, especially when you're when you've not got any T-34s to worry about to come around and flank you. S-35 is not really going to sort of come around and flank you. If they do try and flank you, well, you've got plenty of time. Like you can instantly unbutton yourself from the sandbag hold down, but this AT gun, now he's had his day, he's going to be flanked very easily by the Panther. The Panther's going to do a little bit of toying. The MG42 is going to do his business. We see over here Katyushas coming in here. Okay, actually it's a decent job getting the Katyushas in there. If you ever see some stationary vehicles that are injured, the chances are there's going to be some engineers around or pioneers around trying to fix them up. So it was a smart play, and he very nearly took out both squads. He took out both squads. That meant those guys were not going to be able to get repaired. Shock troops are going to make their force known. And let's go back over to Eagleheart, Mr. Developer. No pressure, man. No pressure. Again, a big fuel bank, but he hasn't got a tier 3 or tier 4 building up. Oh, note as well, actually, he destroyed this Cis gun, which is smart by Red Bear, because they've got the vehicle advantage. They don't want their opponent to have any AT guns, because that's the only thing that's really stopping them at the moment. You know, if they get a singular S-35, if they get the call-ins and T-34s again, this small armor excursion force will, I say small, but this amount of armor will be able to deal with any 1 or 2 vehicles that come out of the Soviet base. We do see a flares coming in. What's going to go down? Yeah, it's the bombing strike, but the bombing strike is very, very slow. That's unfortunate. If his opponent didn't see that, then yeah, probably would have taken out the 1 P4 and heavily damaged the other one, but it didn't. Good Molotov coming off against on the MG42. 2 men going down instantly, and he's going to have to get on out of there. But unfortunately, the vetted up vetted up Maxim, so that's how long he's had it for, is going to be able to push off these conscripts. And meanwhile, the field, which is unguarded, apart from these 2 Katyushas, which are dangerously unsupported, there's nothing around here to help these guys out. I mean, if he gets pinged by a Panzer Faust, then it's going to spell bad times. But no, he's managing to get them out at the cost of his field. So here comes the little answer then to this cheeky little cap. We do see some flares going down here. What will we see? What will we see? Oh, railway artillery. Oh, I'm sorry. I just love railway artillery. It just looks so beastie. Oh, come on now. That's so cool. So let's see if we can trace the final shell coming in. Where is it? Where is it? There it is! No damage whatsoever. Very expensive, but pissing cool, man. I like seeing that. Those explosions are very, very cool. You always shit. Well, I always shit my pants. I'm like, oh my god, explosions! Nothing's happening, but there's explosions. You know. Okay. Brief lull. Now I can finally breathe after 26 minutes. What can these guys do? Well, he is building tier 4 now. That is Eagleheart building tier 4. Which, yeah, they need the SU-85s to be able to counter this armor, especially the Panther on the field. That's going to be really dangerous. And unfortunately, again, those T-34s they did call in, didn't do much. That's what I mean. T-34s are weak. You know they're weak. Don't throw them in. Don't send them in. Keep them back. Keep them picking at infantry. Get them their veterancy, and then use them. Maxim setting up against his Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers aren't actually pinned or suppressed just yet because they're in yellow cover. But here comes the heavy mortar, landing some damage. By the way, heavy mortar's on 13 kills now, with only 3 primary kills. I say only is because it does so much damage. Panzerwerfer coming in. Sorry, excuse me. Katyusha's going in somewhere. Assumedly just around here. No, that was the Panzerwerfer coming in against the Russians. And didn't do much damage though. Like I see a decent grenade off against these Panzer Grenadiers would end their little rampage. Especially now that the Maxim has been destroyed. Su-85 coming out for Eagleheart, which he needs to deal with the ever-growing armor. But I feel that it might be a little bit too late already. Oh, rubbish grenade down there on the mortars. Does do quite a bit of health damage, but no kills. Just get this guy out of here. You don't want to lose the veterancy, and it obviously takes the time to unset up. The heavy mortar will actually escape with only 1 person. So if there's only 1 person left, he will actually make it back to base, but nope. He's going to shut down there, and this gun is now going to go down as well. So he just stayed a bit too long there, and obviously you can see that his forces really suffered for it. Conscripts are out here trying to help out on this left-hand side. The trouble is, when you're doing that, you're not really paying enough attention. Katyushas, you've had your day. Down you go. That's the trouble when you keep your when you have 2 Katyushas and you keep them together. You know, you must support them with, you know, mines, MGs, Zisguns, tanks, vehicles, anything you can. Another trick as well is when you actually call in the barrage. Let's say you just called in a barrage here. Queue up for your Katyushas just to move straight back here after then, because as soon as he's finished firing, he will just move back to safety down here rather than hanging about in an unsafe place such as here. But that was good use of the Blitzkrieg by Jewdo to make sure he got in there and did as much damage as possible. So these 2 guys, well done you. You've done very, very well. You've earned your day of rest on Sunday. Let's quickly switch over to Redbeard, see if he's been able to get out the elephant. No, he's not going for the elephant. Excuse me. This is that'd be Jewdo going for the elephant. He does have 2 panthers out there. So the panther over here, the panther over here. This panther's not doing anything though. You can move his panther down if he wants to. The wow, Panzerwerfer has actually got 31 kills, and he's kept this alive all game as well. So congratulations. And a half truck out there not doing too much. Let's have a little look at Jewdo. Yeah, the big force in here is the elephant as well. So he did manage to call in the elephant. He's got the spot and scope for it. And if he changes his vision to focused side, he'll have even more increased vision, which will just butt rape those Su-85s without veterancy. Do note, and I know this because it's happened to me, if you get an Su-85 to veterancy 2, you will actually go toe-to-toe with an elephant. If the elephant doesn't use his range advantage and back up firing at you, if you can sort of say get a flank in around here and just charge on in against the elephant, I bet 2 Su-85 will, in a sterile condition, will win. There you go. So some incoming barrage here. Ooh. It's not a bad idea, didn't do a great amount, but it did do some decent damage against Panic Grenadiers. One of the Panic Grenadiers very nearly going down. These Panic Grenadiers running past Shock Troops. Shock Troops, though, are going to have to get out of there. And the Panic Grenadiers are going to bug out as well. But these P4s, if you wanted to, you can just chase down and try and get out these Shock Troops, which it looks like he is going to be doing. Happy days, happy days. He can use his Blitzkrieg to make sure he gets as many of the kills as possible. And let's go. Let's just finish off on the dev talk. So again, this is, you can see this. This is the sort of the calling of a desperation army. Just Su-85s and just guards. You'll find that a lot of people do that when they've lost quite a lot of units. They just replace it just with you know, those are the 2 key units then to have in your army. But you need everything else as well. You can't just rely on these. The reason why these 2 units are so good is because they have the backup of, you know, support weapons and whatnot. Su-85s, very easy, going to be taking down this marked vehicle, Panzer forward eventually too, and they can push forward on against this one now as well, quite easy because there is no support for it right now. Wow, you can see the actual like the tank there. That was quite cool. That's the scientific term for it, the boosh of the tank. He's still sat here. He's just eating these frontal shots. Oh god, it's so cool seeing the vehicle just buckle like that and just succumb to the force of those shots. Well done to Su-85s. He took down those 2 P4s, but it was a little bit too late, I feel. Guards going up against all of this combined forces here are not going to have a good time, even though the MG42 is facing in one direction, because the MG42 is keeping these conscripts pinned. Guards, yeah, are going to be able to run. They're going to try and come up here, but find another MG. The amount of Maxims that the Austere players have been able to recruit and keep alive on the field is, I think, key to their victory. You know, obviously they had good preservation on their vehicles, apart from those 2. Ooh, Elephant going up against 2 Su-85s, unvetted. These guys will go down instantly. Watch this guy now. One more shot from this guy. He misses. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'd start chasing down with this Elephant. But no. Wow. Okay. That guy was on about 60% health then as well, so it was a fantastic shot. But this last guy is going to be able to slink away, fight another day, but probably not do too well. We do see an ISU-152 out as well for WhiteFlash. That's cool. I neglected to mention that. I do love the ISU-152. However, it loses against the Elephant. Especially with this much backing it up as well. The IC-152 will be able to get some decent splash damage against the infantry if he had the vision. Doesn't quite have the vision though to actually fire on anything really useful. So that's sad. Meanwhile, this VP is going to go down to the hands as well of the Austere players. And in terms of VPs, VPs, you know, aren't terrible. But it's very clear who's winning in the VPs. A decent grenade going off in this building. Building is going to remain upright though. It's not going to go instantly melting. A barrage coming off from this is going to try and take out this AT gun, which he does. He gets that last kill off on it, which is happy days. This Panther is quite far forward, protecting this cutoff point, denying the entire left region. Elephant picking away at the, or trying to pick away, should I say, at the AT gun and the infantry. But elephants really don't do much against infantry, which is a little bit sad. So now this area can push all the way up if he wants, and you can have this this pin outside his base here. And the same as if he moves all his if he advances his troops forward here. I mean, this IC-152 is in an okay position. I mean, it's far enough away that he's not like too far forward, but he could be caught out if he's not too careful. See where you can see down there. He is firing away. Ooh, good shot on this Panther. Look, it will do some decent frontal armor damage against the Panther, but unfortunately now he's going to start chasing. If he chases too hard, he will fall into the side of the Elephant, which he does not want. And he doesn't have any vision of anything decent to fire on. He's going to try and take out the mortars, but that's not the it's not the key issue there. So these guys right on up here managed to take down this Maxim. He's going to recruit. No, I didn't think he was going to recruit. You know, he needs. They need the points more than anything at the moment. What's going down here? So this is a scout plane coming out then, just try and give vision of this ISU 152, and there you are, vision has been given. Elephant will now show its superiority in its range, and the ISU 152 will show its inferiority of mobility as it just slowly tries to turn to try and deal with the Panther, but showing its arse to the Elephant is never a good idea. And there you go, that's the end of the ISU 152. Again, the thing is with this area, you think this area is safe because it's close to your base, but it's really not. You need to be able to mine up all these areas to protect against flanks. But the ISU 152 down, I believe that's probably going to be a good game. I mean, Eagleheart doesn't really have much left. WhiteFlash certainly doesn't have much left either. Meanwhile, the imposing forces then over Red Bear, look at all that. Jewdo, yeah, all that infantry. Even though he's lost all his vehicles apart from the Elephant, doesn't matter, the Elephant's all he needs to deny everything. So yeah, anyway, it's good to see some Panthers out. It's interesting to see the penal battalion start into snipers. The snipers did okay. I think you need a little bit more micro on the snipers to make sure the squad's being wiped. But there we are, guys. That is how a relic developer gets down and dirty. He likes to try out different things. I'm always excited to see new things, especially when it's tits. I like seeing new tits. I'll shut up now. I'll see you guys in the next cast. Take